Okay, let's keep reading about this. Winter, right here. Females have their babies or cubs in December or January. They usually have twins. How fun. The cubs weigh only 1 pound, but they are when they are born and are only about a foot long. But they grow quickly from feeding on their mother's milk. By the time the mothers leave her den, by the time the mother leaves her den in late March or early April, the cubs weigh 30 pounds. That's pretty big. They also, um, this is also exactly the time when baby seals are born and the mother can begin to hunt. Cubs stay with their mothers for about 2 years, learning how to hunt, hide, and survive in the cold habitat. Less ice time. For many years, humans widely hunted polar bears for their fur. During that time, polar bears' population began to drop greatly. Then, in the 1970s, all countries with polar bears passed laws to protect them from being overhunted. Today, today there are about 20,000 polar bears in the world. Now, scientists worry that the polar bears may be facing a new problem that is caused by global warming. Global warming is the gradual rising temperature of the Earth due to additional release of carbon dioxide and human activities. Recently, some scientists noticed that global warming was causing Arctic ice to melt earlier in the spring and form later in the fall. Because polar bears depend on ice to find seals, less ice time means they may not get enough to eat. Energy burned to run cars, trucks, homes, and factories can produce a lot of carbon dioxide. You and your family can help slow global warming by using less of this energy. For example, ride a bike instead of taking a car. Encourage your friends to carpool. Turn off lights when you're not using them. Your energy saving actions could help polar bears thrive in the Arctic for years to come. Great. Right here it says sea hunt. Polar bears spend a lot of time hunting baby seals in ice packs that are floating on the Arctic Ocean. Okay, so I want to go ahead and write down some facts I learned because, man, there are a lot. Something I learned is that um, global warming is making it harder for polar bears especially, to hunt and find food because there's less ice. I'm going to write that down. What's something you learned? A question that I have is, how many polar bears are there today? This article was written maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. And so I'm curious, are there the same amount of polar bears? Are there less because of global warming? This makes me think of okapis. Those are a type of animal, and a lot of them are dying because we are overtaking their habitat or their home. They live in rainforests and other areas, and we're cutting down the forests, and so they don't have as many places to live anymore. That's a response I have to the text. So as you can see, we filled out a ton of this paper, and it really helped me understand the story. I learned a lot about polar bears. I had some questions that were even answered in here, and I made some connections or responses with the text. I hope you had a lot that you learned from here too, and I'm excited to see your facts that you found, the questions you had, and some connections or responses you made. Hey, keep up the great work, and remember, you can use this FQR or fact question response strategy while you read to help you understand stories and text better. See you later.